My best friend from Houston, Texas, always told me, and still does, that I want to save the world. And I guess I have my own forum now to try to make that happen. My name is Dianne Andrews. The name of the show is Dianne Andrews in Black and White. And what that really means was there's a left and a right, a yin and a yang, a black and a white of an issue. And between all the varying points of view, there's shades of gray. And I hope we can bring people to the middle where the shades of gray are. Dianne Andrews in Black and White is going into 4 million homes. We do shows on bullying. We've done 2 on bullying, one with the superintendent of schools up in Zachary, the #1 school district for 9 years in the state of Louisiana. I've done stuff on addictions, from weight to drugs to smoking, that will be coming on soon. I believe living a purposeful life is the key to success. And success without happiness, you're not successful. My mother was the strongest person I've ever met. She was more resilient than her doctor said than any patient he ever had. When I was a freshman in college, my mother got hit by a car walking down the street about a month and a half after my father died. So that was a lot for a person to take. And when I walked into her room, the first thing she told me was, "Dianne, go back to college, I'm okay." It took her 7 years to ever walk again. And she went from crutches to the brace, like on the leg, the old iron ones that the polio patients had, to a cane. But over time, she debilitated and she ended up with an amputation. My mother and father, especially my mother, always made me know that I could do anything that I wanted to do. So that's where I get my strength from. One thing I'd like to say, the show has made me a better person, because I see some things that I could have done better. I see some things that I learn about the world and about me as a person and about how other people are affected by various situations. So it makes me better. I've always had the desire and the determination to fulfill what my dreams were. I've written 2 books. I do motivational calendars. Every year I've written 500 motivational quotes. And my favorite is, happiness is, after everything you've tried, finding a place where there's love inside. Because at the end, that's what we're all looking for, is love. Dianne Andrews in Black and White is a ministry for me. It is a passion to help the world. Because if we don't help others, what are we here for? And when I do domestic violence, yeah, I can have the person over the government agency that does work with domestic violence. I had an attorney there, but I want that ex-pimp who I had. I want people to see why he did it and why he reformed from doing it, and that there is a light at the end of the tunnel for everyone, no matter what your problem is. When I do things like ISIS, Islamic State, I want people who are so uninformed of what's really going on in the world. When I bring in a Muslim, I bring in a law student, I bring in a veteran from the Army to tell us what's going on, and they may differ in their beliefs. But at the end of the day, you make the decision on what your belief will be. It may not change what you believe in, but hopefully it shows you a different point of view.